Oh, today is August 18th, it's 2025, and this is this week's self-recording. I'm gonna do it a little differently though, because last week nearly killed me with how much editing I had to do. So I'm going to cut it in half, make it 10 times punchier and fun, and get to it now. Okay, here we go. All right, self-recording, biggest wins. I built out so many JotForms, it's not even funny. Tuna Tribe form, the Meta Vibe form, the MetaMap form. Okay, so what is the Tuna Tribe form? It is this. The Tuna Tribe form is only for Tuna Tribe members, but it's several pages long, really just asking a couple of key questions to find out two things. I should say three things. The first one is to get to know you better as a person. Second reason, though, is to find out why you want to be a part of the community. Why does it make it special to you? And the third reason is at the very bottom of the form, I ask the question, what should I design next? Now, for the next 4 to 6 months, I'm really focusing on in-house batch manufacturing, or what I like to call, because it's in my unfinished basement, in my house batch manufacturing. And once I've gotten all that figured out over the next 4 to 6 months, I'm really going to be focusing on whatever the Tuna Tribe tells me I should focus based on this form here. So yes, the form is to bring you into the fold of the Tuna Tribe and then find out what makes it special so I can focus on that while building it up until I get to the point where I'm going to design my next product. And that next product will be determined by you, if you were a part of the Tuna Tribe. Now, what is the Meta Vibe form? I was really just going to describe it in detail, but I had it as one of the products I should design next at the very bottom of the Tuna Tribe, and I've just described it so simply and so quickly that I'm just gonna read it verbatim. And that verbatim read is a dead simple questionnaire that creates personalized guided visualization audios designed to be listened to when waking up and falling asleep to rewire your subconscious and help you step into your future self now. Okay, now on to the MetaMap. Here we go. A single assessment that fuses the top 10 psychometric tests, MBTI, Anagram, Colby, Strength Finders, DISC, Big Five, Hero's Journey, Ikigai, Working Genius, Love Languages into one, and then uses AI to synthesize all that information to tell you exactly who you are, why you're here, what your unique gifts are, and what to do next to do more of what you love doing. I've wanted to create this test probably since the first time I took an assessment test. There was so much good information that came from it, but then I was kind of left like, what am I supposed to do with any of this information? The other thing too is that, you know, I've evolved since I took that first assessment test. And so I went to go take the test again, and my answers were different. And it still left me without an action plan of what to do next. And so I was thinking, why not just take all of the best tests, combine them into one test, and then have AI synthesize and analyze all of the responses, and then come up with an action plan to tell you who you are right now, what are the gifts or what makes you special, like why are you actually here, and then what are some concrete next steps that you can do right now in order to do more of what you love doing. The test is going to be bonkers awesome, but I'm only in the middle of building it out. We're talking about infant stages here, but isn't that a good idea? All right, let us move on to the next thing. The auto email responder and JotForm plus YouTube video. This one is incredibile. Honestly, it has saved me probably a couple hours per week just by having done it. So I'm in the back end of my customer service email address. I summon Carrie over there at innoworks.com, and I threw it on vacation mode. But what does that mean exactly? On Mondays and Thursdays, I actually answer responses to customers, and every other day I'm on vacation mode. And when you send me an email, you get this automated email response. Why you got this video? Why you got this video? If you're seeing this, you probably emailed me. And instead of replying right away, I made this. Why? Because I only check email twice a week, so I can run my business solo and be a present dad. That means I need systems. Watch this here. And then you can either click on this animated GIF, or you can click on the video here, but what it does...
Well, hello. Listen, if you're getting this video...
And then at the very end of the video, I tell you to click on one of the links below. It brings you to a form, and then it has that form help you address the problem that you're bringing up to. So that come Monday or Thursday, I can answer it as quickly and as efficiently and as productively as possible without wasting time going back and forth. Like I said, I'm super pumped about this. And over the last month, it's really saved me 2 to 3 hours a week, every single week, not having to go back and forth with customers, figure out where the things are at, and then it's really helping me understand what questions are customers having on a frequent basis about products, about their order, about their customer journey. It's just fantastic. Alrighty, on to the next one. This one was huge. And I'm not gonna lie, it really was huge. It took me 5 hours to put this whole thing together. And it was integrating it with Shopify, having all of the SKUs and the product information pushed over and synced up correctly with TikTok. Then it was integrating and pushing it over to ShipStation so that it would automatically transfer all of the customer's information, plus the product information, plus the inventory and all the different info that I had with Shopify over to ShipStation so that I could package up the orders and ship them out correctly, all while taking the Shopify images and all the different assets that I had there and pushing them over to the TikTok shop. I'm going in circles here, but the point is that I have it up and now it's live and it's awesome. And so you just click on this little purse icon and then look at it. All of the different items and products. Oh, it looks so great. So like I said, it's huge. The next one is I started the random word generator series. This one's been so fun. It really has though. So the random word generator is really simple. The rules are really, really simple. So you go to this website. It's called randomwordgenerator.com. You click on it, you click on the button to randomly generate you a word, and it generates you a word. And then you record yourself talking to the camera for at least 3 to 5 minutes about that word. And what it is it's really a way to capture you speaking on camera that you can then watch back and observe later and see, oof, I do this a lot. Oh, I suck at that. Oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. And it's a way to help you ameliorate and improve your communication and see, is there anything that is distracting me from the message? If the golden rule is anything that distracts from the message is Luciferian, well, that's the way I interpret that idea, the golden rule, then you're able to watch yourself in talking and in communicating and see, I stutter too much. I have too many filler words. I don't take long enough pauses. I speak too quickly. That's a problem of mine. And come up with a way where you're able to focus on just one thing to improve on. And then if you do this thing, right, you improve it and you do this random word generator every single day. You just keep working on it and working on it and working on it. Eventually you become comfortable in front of the camera. You're able to communicate, whether that's in selling or in teaching or just in conversing with other people, better than you did originally. And you'll able to kind of like create or see what tools kind of work in what environment in order to enhance your delivery and communication to keep the audience on the message. And it's been fantastic. Would you look at that? Look at it. Look, I've already done 11. I've got 3 more scheduled. But look, every single day. Number 5, number 4, number 9. And these are all the different words that I was going on. This one.
Okay, so today is Saturday, 20 a.m. and it
is a really, really fun one. A really, really fun one because I describe a story that happened on my mission and it was gnarly, but it's the only time that I've cussed and it's also the only time I've ever cussed out God. Yes, I cussed God out. But if you want to watch the video, go watch it on YouTube, my channel. Alrighty, now on to the next thing. And then Leo's first day at first grade. Okay, so I had a ton of really fun footage. I've documented the whole thing. Him getting ready for school. We walked him to school. We went and found his classroom. We went and found his desk. We helped him like get all of his paperwork done. It was so magical. I teared up. It was amazing. But I was actually documenting the entire thing and I was going to include it in the self-recording. And then Lexi came and she saw that I was editing the video and she asked me what I was going to use the video for. And I told her it was going to be for the self-recording. And then she said, I want to keep my family, or our family, right? Our family out of your f***ing mouth. She didn't say that, but she's very adamant about keeping our family and our lifestyle separate from the YouTube channel. They might kind of pop up here and there, random videos, but we don't want to really like have the highlight or any kind of focus be on our kids. And it's, you know, it's a personal thing that I really agree with. And I was like, what am I doing? Why am I going to document this? So anyways, instead of showing that and showcasing all of it, it is now personal footage that we are going to keep as a family and we're going to cherish it forever. But I will say it was a huge win. Seeing our oldest go off to first grade, dressed up in his little outfit and helping him pack up and then walk with him to school. And then I also took him, I've been picking him up and I've been dropping him off every single day and it's been really, really magical, but it just makes me so proud. So proud of you, Leo. I love you, buddy. I am so proud of you. You are twice the man that I am at 1/5 the age and like 1/3 the height, and your yearning for friendship, for learning, and also just like your natural kindness that you get from mom is I love you. It makes me so proud, and I'm so glad that I got to share that with you, buddy. So big win for the whole family. and a huge win for me, being a dad, having my little guy go up first grade. All right, now on to the next thing. This is me running my 37th and 38th marathon, but my shoes are getting thrashed. Just look at them. Just would you look at that? Huge hole here, giant one over here. You can, my toe sometimes sticks out. I'm super raw. About to go on my shelf. Here I've got another week of them. Right there, maybe. They're gonna find a spot on the wall of fame. So, a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks for my biggest wins, but now we will transition over to the insights, ideas, and reflections. So the family and I went to Alpine Days, and while we were strolling around, I went into perusing mode, and I went around the booths trying to look for novel ideas when I found a claw machine. This is a claw machine. These are people playing the claw machine. And look how happy they are!
Like expos and stuff, and people just line up out the door to play it.
Just to play it.
And then you have 30 people in a line you're just gonna sit and talk to for 20 minutes and then wait for whatever it is. So like, it's like, hey, let me tell you, what do you think we're about? And they're like, okay.
Yeah, think about getting a little machine like this and then sticking stuff in these little balls and then a free product.
Yeah.
So turns out this is the entire company's business model. The company's called PickMeClaw, and they've got an entire website, but what you can do is you can rent this out for weddings, business events, birthdays, fundraisers. They'll customize all of the graphics so that they're on brand, and then you can either have and charge people money to actually play it, or just have it be like an entertainment thing at your event. I thought the idea was so ingenious, and then I realized that the guy who owns it is a buddy of mine that used to go to high school with me. His name's Dave Shaw, and he is a gem. So I kind of told him that I could have it be a way to like interact with the crowd, get people into my booth, have it be kind of like a magnet for bringing people in, and then kind of put them in a line while they're waiting where I could demo my products to them in real time. Now I want one of these claw machines so badly. It's such a good idea. Okay, on to the next thing. I love murals. So true. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Look at that. Bam. Man, I am R&Ding this for sure. Okay, here is another mural. It's giant. I'm thinking maybe I should have my brother do it. Make me a mural for maybe like a wall in my basement. Okay, so yeah, so imagine that an entire wall is a mural that my brother has done for me. And if I could do it on those slat boards on the very back, and I'll show you that in a second, but if I could do it on the slat boards itself, then I could remove them, I could put them in other places of my house, I could put them at my eventual headquarters. It would be amazing! But I love murals, and I think it would be such a good use of space to have my brother come in and make my own mural, like a Decker mural, in my basement that I could remove and reuse later. Alrighty, so that does it for insights, ideas, and reflections. Now on to the side quests. So the first side quest is Bella's Market and 120 Bend. Bella Market. I think they're awesome. Look at this. Man, it's so neat. Delve. It's huge. It's like Sim City here. This is Oak Yard. This was open. What the heck? It's like fake. Is it fake? It's so wild. What is this place? I mean, they got a playground here? Like, no one lives here. No one. I hear beeping, so I'm wondering if there's a gym. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing in here. right, so I don't have a lot to say about this, but I love exploring vacant buildings. There's something so magical because it's like you're stepping into another world, another dimension that is totally irrelevant and almost indifferent to you. And you get to be this fly on the wall in this building, either it being under construction or it's been abandoned or it's totally vacant. And you kind of get to like walk in, observe, and be this fly on the wall to thinking, wow, there was activity here, or there is something going on and I get to watch this develop, or oh my gosh, like this is a really interesting thing. I wonder how it works. Oh, they used to do this with this thing. There's just something about going into another world that you have no a part of, and that thing has no a part with you. Like I said, it's totally indifferent to you. And you get to like be there and just kind of get absorbed into the moment. And there's something that always seems to happen going into vacant, abandoned, or buildings that are under construction. And that's what we have here. Okay, on to the next thing. Oh man. Okay, so the next one is I finished my warehouse and fulfillment area. And it's so pretty. I still got to organize all of this area, but this is where I'm going to be doing my in-house batch manufacturing for customizing jiffies. So see the filth. Let's see. See the filth. But then imagine printer, dye sublimation printer, laser cutter, heat press, maybe some more heat presses, dye sublimation printers. I don't know, but it's going to be sweet. And then you come into this area and you've got, oh! Look at it, look at it, look at it. So I found a bunch of these slat boards on Facebook Marketplace for free. So I went and grabbed them. Look how nice they look. I got all my jiffies right there. So pretty. Then I got all the rest of the inventory that I need for about a month. And then I've got a quick picking, packing, and fulfillment station here, computer, laptop, and then a board. Woo! Oh, check this out. I've got a salt gun, you know, and it's pointed down above my computer. Why? Because I'm under the gun and I gotta deliver. I gotta package and fulfill orders. And this week I sold... Yes, so keeping a tally like this has really been eye-opening. And this has been for a couple of different reasons. One, I've never like really held or tracked this kind of daily sales or the daily units shipped. So this has kind of been fun to see like how that's been going on. Second, it's very, very insightful to see how much of a difference one Amazon shipment can make from one week to the next, at least for now. But then what I think it also does, and it's like not giving this enough credit until having done it for a couple of weeks to realize it, but when that sits up there as I'm like packaging and shipping out orders, and I'm able to like not even look at it, but it's like it's subconsciously in my peripheral and I'm able to view it. I believe that like it's like a subliminal message where my subconscious is taking in everything that's going on, and it's like, how do we increase that number? How do we increase that number? That number, now that we have a number, now we have a target to increase towards. Because now we know where we're at, and if this is where we want to go, now we're like, it's my subconscious now can take that information and begin manipulating and bending the universe without me knowing it, and coming up with these unique and novel ways to reach this target. And so I love it because it's really just, it holds me accountable, one. Two, it's insightful to see like these little spurts that come from like an FBA shipment or a Kickstarter or a big sale or something like that. But then also, I think there's something to be said about having it be just kind of indirectly in your peripheral to slowly push and nudge and influence you in making decisions that like maybe you're not conscious of, but you're definitely subconsciously aware of. And that is somehow, like I said, shaping the universe to help you get to that target inevitably. And that's pretty cool. And that is where I will end this self-recording. So there's a couple of things that I want to mention at the end of this self-recording more for me, future Carrie, than than anyone else, but this last week has been so much easier and funner putting this self-recording together than the week prior. So keep that in mind. Second thing is this is actually for the audience now, not for me, but I would say, amazing and awesome at instigating things and terrible, absolutely terrible and horrible at follow-up and follow-through. And so if you're reaching out to me, if you're commenting, I might be able to get to it, and who knows, I might actually respond very, very quickly. But if I don't, which is more likely than me actually getting to responding to you ASAP, it has less to do with you and everything to do with the fact that I'm all over the place all the time. And I really enjoy doing it that way and being that way. But it does come with its faults, and one of those is being that I might not respond very quickly. So with all that said, that is my self-recording for this week, and I'll catch you on the next one.